Oh my God, Russ, we're live!
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, everybody. It was so sudden. Like, that was the most 0 to 60 you've ever done.
Was it?
Like,
I feel like I've done better.
No, because we were literally just having a very, like, normal conversation. Chad was here. Very, like, okay. Yeah, so, oh my God, Russ, we're live. Like, what? It's very sudden.
I think I've done better than that, though. No. I feel like I have. Hello, everybody. As you can see, I've got a representation of Russ.
Yep.
As he has no face right now.
Yeah, no face cam at the moment.
He's the faceless.
That's my face from the old Dead by Daylight thumbnails.
Yeah, and people might notice that my hat doesn't say hat anymore. It says.
Why not? Oh, got it.
Yeah.
With an exclamation mark in front, like Hispanic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's but it's not upside down, and there's no exclamation point after.
Oh,
I feel like that was a better system.
Cam upside down as well.
Yeah, I should do that.
It'll look great.
Yeah, it's backwards because I'm on the left, and otherwise I'd be looking to the outside of the screen like this, and it'd be really weird. Oh man, Enigma Chip says Russ doesn't have a face. Yeah, he's the faceless.
Yep.
Patrick H is here. Stampy Wolf. We got John Christie, who's actually Channing Tatum. I'm gonna turn
Wow.
Yeah. I'm also gonna hit record just in case. Now, everybody can hear us, right? I'll wait for your responses. Boss Mercy wants to know, is it true Russ is editing for Sunday?
Yes,
we'll talk about that.
We will. It'll come up.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that during this whole thing.
So if you've never seen one of these, this is our podcast that we haven't done in a long time. And now,
it says 2 months. I thought it was been 3, to be honest.
May something. So June, July. It's almost been 3. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like 2 months and like 2 to 3 weeks or something. I don't know. It's been way too long.
It really has.
It's been hell, though.
It has. I mean, my schedule's insane. We'll talk more about that, I'm sure. We've been streaming plenty. It's just, no podcast.
Yeah. Buy Coupons is here. He says, can't hear you guys. Cool. Except other people clearly can hear us because they're like Narwhal says, too many months. If he couldn't hear us, Narwhal's just throwing shit out there. Yeah, so if you guys haven't tuned into one of these things before, James is in the chat. James the Golden Pigeon himself.
Wow. Hello.
Yeah. Oh, John Christie just super chatted. Oh man, he says YouTube still won't let me change my name.
How long has it been? I'm surprised. I would have thought by now they'd be able to.
That was April, I think.
Is it like a 6-month thing?
Maybe.
I thought it was 3, but yeah, it was 6 months.
I thought it was 1. Oh man, yeah. So if you're new and you haven't been to one of these things, what we do is we'll just kind of talk up to a point, and then the podcast starts. You know when it starts because we start ignoring you.
Yeah. That's when people who come in are going to start getting angry that they're like, these guys don't talk to the chat.
Yeah, but it's on purpose. Like when we're doing the podcast, we won't be looking at comments in the comments section, even if they're donations. We'll have to remember to look for those after if they do come in. But right. Just because we're recording the podcast, we're just doing it live is all. This goes up on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, some proprietary Unix-based thing as well. At literally everything that you can put a podcast on, it'll be there. Right. So if you look for the Snake Fist Explosion video game podcast, it'll be there. And also, I'll tell you where they are when it comes out. Safe Off's like, I don't like being ignored. It reminds me of my childhood. Also, I have a new idea that we're gonna try out this time. The last two podcasts that we did as Patreon only, which was fine and all, except nobody saw it except for the people on Patreon.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the point at the time, but
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
Well, I do want people to see it, but I thought of a better way, and here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take questions from people on Twitter, first off, to get that out of the way. Hashtag SFEpod21 is what we're going to be looking for, so if you have a question, throw it there. I can't promise that we'll get to all of them, but I'm going to read the best ones, so make sure your question's the best question. So there. Okay. But also... at some point, we're going to bring in people as long as they are in the Patreon tier, like I mentioned in the thing that I wrote today. If they're hanging out in there, we'll drag somebody in, and they can ask us questions with their mouth.
You see Trauma's comment?
No, wait.
I love how you cropped out the background behind Danger's face, because the when you look up a little, the hat brim goes green, so it looks like your face has just emptiness behind it.
Yeah, well, the bottom, the inside of the brim of the hat is green.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, Trauma.
Perfect. Hello.
Oh man, we got to get Trauma in on a podcast sometime.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I want to do one with Shields as well.
We gotta get all the
Shabadoo,
YouTubers.
And she was excited about hearing it or being on it as well. Because I asked her once.
Should plan that for the next one.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it for this one because it'd been so long.
Yeah, we need an update one first, and then we need to be better about doing the next one.
Yeah,
or sooner.
Well, I wanted to do these like at least every 2 weeks, and it just didn't happen. Well, we'll get into that later.
We were good at for a bit. We were good for like a couple months, but then we just sort of fell behind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll talk about that. But hey, Russ.
Hey.
I got a piece of wisdom I want to share with you.
Is it wisdom passed down from your grandmother? Because I think she told you so many things that have
no. It's not from
some of the wisest stuff.
It's not from my grandmother.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just get it out here just a second.
What are you doing there?
Hold on. It's a process. Don't worry.
What? I'm curious what this process is. Yeah.
You gather all your resources together. Goals are accomplished.
Oh, are you
lucky numbers? 32, 37, 48, 42, 14, 8.
All right, one more time. What's that fortune again?
You gather all your resources together. Goals are accomplished.
I mean, I guess by all your resources, it could be whatever it took to do this podcast, and the goal was this podcast.
Yeah,
so we accomplished it. Yay!
I did it, Russ.
You got you and me to be on mic. That was the resources.
Yeah, and you know what? It took a lot. Yeah. I'll tell you what. How long did it take, Russ? Just off the top of your head.
3 months. So it's been
2 months and 18 days.
And let's just say that it was like at the end of the last podcast, the process began. So it's been a trying couple of months.
It's like the universe. The universe didn't want us to do it. You ever meet those people that they're like, the universe is telling me something, but they're full of shit because the universe doesn't care.
The universe doesn't give a shit.
But you know what the universe gives a shit about?
Oh, what?
The Snake Fist Explosion Video Game Podcast!
Yay!
I don't know if the universe actually gives a shit about the podcast, but welcome everybody. It's the podcast. We're doing it's been too long, Russ. What happened? What the hell happened?
I've been really busy. What happened with you?
I'm eating this fortune cookie. I don't even like them.
Sometimes fortune cookies are alright. Depends.
These ones aren't. I do like fortune cookies. I don't like these fortune cookies. They're stale. Yeah. So I don't even remember where we left off on the last podcast. Were you still working for Hike?
A few months. Well, I think it might have been right after because I stopped working for him at the beginning of May. So yeah, that was like the post working for Hike.
Maybe like a week or two after.
Yeah. Wow. Because between then and now, I worked. I got a temp job. I did a lot of interviewing, a lot of applying to places, a lot of interviewing. Did temp work.
Yeah, you went hard with that. You went hard with finding a job.
I treated trying to get a job like a job, which
like your life depended on it.
If you're doing it right, that really is what you should do. And
yeah,
I got the probably the most exciting one that didn't work out was I got narrowed down from 125 people to 3 in looking for an editor for WWE, and in the end I didn't get it. But I got to go to the headquarters, which was cool in itself.
You were about to jump in front of a truck that day.
Well, I wasn't thrilled, but at the same time, I was like, all right.
You were about to jump in front of a truck that was that was modified to look like Hulk Hogan.
Hogan truck?
Yeah.
It's fine because I'll keep applying there. Like it's still they have many producing and editing positions that open up over time, so I'll keep applying there in the future.
Is that your end goal, your dream job? Is that the place that you would retire from?
Yeah, I would, for sure.
You know what?
But
it's worth it.
It was fine. Then. Yeah, and I get it. Like it was very it's a big company, and so there's a lot of competition there. And just to be one of the last few and to actually get to go to the headquarters was awesome in itself. It's in a really suburban area. Like you wouldn't really? I wouldn't expect the headquarters for WWE. It was like down
it's like
the
in
road
a neighborhood.
There was like a Whole Foods a block away or like a few blocks away, and just a neighborhood, just a suburban neighborhood. It was weird, but cool to go to. Went inside. Everybody was very nice. They were like, hey, we'll keep you in mind for future positions, which I believe when they say, because they've done that in the past where they've actually reached out and said, hey, we have this position open if you're interested. So.
That's what's important to me is like when, as much as I am looking for a job, I'm also interviewing the employer. And there's plenty of people that I've like interviewed with or done like test videos for. And by the end, I'm like, I don't like this person at all. I don't want to work for this person. I think it's going to be absolute hell. This person is a total fucking douche.
I had that with one that I don't
name
mind.
Names, or maybe
I have one that I don't mind naming. A company that I did a phone interview with, and it was an absolute disaster.
Are you talking about Rockstar?
Yeah.
Did you ever tell that story to anybody, or
no? And I won't go into too many details, but I did have an interview with Rockstar about an editing thing, and it was like what I imagine being on a really awful date would be like where you show up and you and the two people just instantly hate each other. That was me and the interviewer, apparently.
Well, the interviewer seemed like he didn't know what the position required.
Well, it also seemed like he was doing somebody a favor by calling me. Like that was the other thing. Like he almost seemed like he was like, because it was to do like machinima type stuff and to work with and to create content and come up with content.
Do stuff that you're probably the most qualified person in the world to do.
And so I told him, and he just had like really snarky answers to everything I would say. Yeah. Like, oh, I guess you just some kind of rogue filmmaker or something. And I'm like, Jesus, all right, sorry, I was.
I don't know if I would call you a rogue filmmaker.
I'm like, if my job
is
like
to come Kubrick.
Up with ideas.
Like,
so that one
like Kubrick's kind of like a rogue filmmaker where he's like, I make my own rules. Shelley Duvall, dump this bucket of ice water on your head while I scream at you. That's Stanley Kubrick, but you're more like, hey, I like movies. Let's make a movie.
Yeah, hey, I think I could do this job pretty well.
Yeah.
And that's basically just like, you fucking idiot, and they like tell me to leave. Like it was uncomfortable. To say the least. Like it was that one wasn't good.
You probably handled that interview better than I would have.
I was very nice while I was on the phone.
But yeah, so I mean, but so you didn't get your dream job.
Yeah, I didn't get that. and then I was working a temp job at a company that sells air conditioning parts to contractors. Which,
Oh, right. Yeah.
not the most exciting sounding job, but it was fine.
I
Paid
hate
better than
selling
most temp
things,
jobs.
but I feel like I'd be like it's easier to sell things to people who are only calling you because they are buying things.
Yeah, we didn't have to convince anybody to get anything.
Yeah.
They came knowing what they needed because they were professionals.
They're like, I
at
need
installing
5 of
stuff.
these.
Yeah. So that there was nothing like that. It was just doing paperwork and answering phones, and it paid better than most temp jobs. But that's when, I through various connections, I got in touch with a certain YouTuber, not Sunday. There's another YouTuber that I don't know if I'm at liberty to say.
Yeah. Who's to tell?
Yeah, so I started editing for one YouTuber, and that was a lot of work. There was a lot of work on that one.
You know what's kind of funny, and I'll just throw it out there, is that I've sort of worked with this person before too.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, like not directly. Like this guy wasn't signing my paychecks, which is a good thing because he'd owe me $450. But he was part of a group that I worked for.
Yeah. But this guy, he's great to work for. To get back into the job, I brought my, how much I was working for down. Like I was definitely not. I should probably have been making more, but I was like, you know what? I want to get back to working like this and doing this. Shortly after that is when we got
like
the
a
word
week?
like Sunday needed an editor, and it was, and I talked with him, and it was just instantly like, oh, this would be great. And like we got along great. He sent me some footage. I edited it. He enjoyed it. Now that's what I'm doing. I probably went overboard on the first video that I edited for him because I really it's hard for me because I came from the world of like hikes videos, and then even the other like YouTubers I've edited for were very like hyperactive, ADD, more so than most. Like actually I should say hikes weren't like that as much, but the other one I'm editing for was. So I did a little too much zooming around and stuff, but I've pulled it back, and I think I've matched the style now pretty well.
Yeah. So like it's hard not to overdo it when you're trying to impress somebody for a job, but if you do go overboard, like it stops becoming like their style and it becomes your own thing, and that's not what people signed on for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you like. It's a job, and you gotta do what the boss wants, and he likes what I'm doing. And to be fair, I do get some like leeway to try stuff. He's always like, yeah, do whatever. Worst thing he can say is, nah, I take that part out.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't yet, so.
Dial it back.
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, from one of the first videos I did for him was putting, maybe the second video or third video I edited was putting the Barney head on a Craner that he plays with.
I've been hearing about that.
Oh, people love that. That one, I think it was instantly like, all right, yeah, try whatever. Because that was fun. I motion tracked the Barney head onto him. It was great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And there will be more, I'm sure.
I once motion tracked a big black dildo on somebody. Was it like that?
What? I mean, if you take that and change it out with a purple Barney head, yes.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Stuff like that was stuff that I was always the most proud of. Like a lot of times the job's really stressful. But there's certain times where you're like, I just did the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life. Or you just make something where you're like, this is just awesome.
Yeah.
I did a few like that. I wish I could show people some of the stuff that I did, but I can't.
I know. Well, I mean, you with certain people you can, but you just
yeah, I know.
It's more just
but
like
you've already seen it.
Yeah. You're in a neutral spot.
Yeah.
Must be where it's not like you signed anything.
I'm like, hey, Russ, check this out. And you're like, for the last time, I've already seen this 14 times. I'm like, I know, but I want people to see it. It's kind of like, sometimes it's kind of like being a new YouTuber where like one or two people are going to see your video. And you're like, I wish more people could see this.
Yeah.
I work for a lot of people didn't upload my videos. Well,
It's strange
one
how that
person
worked.
specifically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, we know the reasoning there. At least you got to work
Kinda.
there a lot longer than you expected.
Well, the reason was I'm lazy. like like that's his answer. I'm lazy. Sorry. And I'd be like, well, I could do it for you. Yeah, but I'd have to set you up with an account that has access. Do I look like a guy that's not lazy?
Meanwhile, I will say that that stuff, that's where Hike was always really good. Like,
Yeah.
he instantly set me up with all that stuff. He took care of a lot of stuff. He was very, very professional.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do like, is it's a very, like, I mean, it's pretty laid back working with Sunday and the other person that I've been editing for, but there's that feeling of professionalism is back, which I like.
Yeah.
It's like, people who know what they're doing, and you don't have to worry about things. Because I know you, especially, you've worked for some people where you were unsure how things were gonna go.
I worked for a guy once for 3 weeks who we had, we talked, and he's like, yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this. Here's what I want. And just start making videos. I'm gonna start putting them out. And after 3 weeks go by, I'm like, he hasn't uploaded anything that I've been sending him. So I just messaged him. I'm like, you're because like he also didn't message me or anything. There was like a few times that I sent him a message like, hey, upload's a little like an hour late. Sorry, bud, or something like that, and never got a response. So I messaged him, and I'm like, hey, you're getting these videos, right? Because the last one was really good. I thought I get like at least like a good job, man, or something after that.
Yeah.
Like, are you seeing these? And he's like, and his response was, "You're still doing that?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the job that you told me to do. And he's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure what direction we want to go on this yet, so stop for now, and I'll get back to you about like what direction I want to go with this. I'm like, fucking. He didn't get back to me, and he owes me $450. Not the same person. Two different people owe me $450. And the worst part is, like, I worked for so cheap. It was so crazy cheap.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense that they wouldn't just say, yeah, keep doing this and I'll upload it and make free money off of you.
Yeah. It's weird. The whole thing's weird, the situations you've been in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I won't say his name. Even there, so many people I worked for didn't have me sign a non-disclosure agreement. So many.
Right.
I could blast them all, but I'm not going to. Whatever. I kind of like I don't want anything to do with it after that. Like the last one was December
Really?
of 2016.
Damn.
Right? Yeah. And that's when I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm not getting paid. I'm like, I was working myself to death too. I was just like, it was like 18 hours a day I was editing every single day. And then they didn't even appreciate me enough to pay me.
Yeah. Well, now, all right, if you haven't been editing since December, and and we've been off for 2 months, what have your last 2 months been like?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, good. All right.
No, well, I mean, at that point, like, I started doing SFE full time, and it's a weird thing, man, because at first I'm like, I got all this time, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna up the streaming. I'm gonna up video making. I'm gonna edit videos. I'm gonna record content, and all that stuff. And at some point, it seemed like I was putting out too much stuff. So it was like seeing it was seeing a drop off because there was too much out there. People were like, I can't keep up with this. I'm done with you. And they're gone forever,
Yeah.
And now I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Like, I can't find that middle ground. So I'm like trying to reassess how much I should be doing. Cause right now it feels like the minimum, but like, any more than that, I feel like it's too much. It's a weird balance.
Well, and I wish, like, and part of the reason why I'm glad things are starting to settle down on my end is I feel like, at least, like, even though I'll be working plenty, at least I should soon have the time to pitch in and help out on that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad that, like, there's so much stuff I've wanted to edit and do, but I just haven't been able to.
Like the main vlog.
Yeah.
I mean, there's at least there's only one episode left.
Yeah, which I know has like been the joke for the longest time, but it's like, there's been no time. There's so many other things that I've wanted to work on, but just between losing my job or trying, when I was with Hike, we were doing everything to keep the channel going. So I was working like double time for Hike, and then when that fell apart, like it was doing everything I could to find a job, and then once I found a job, it was doing all the work that job required in a very short period of time. Not Sunday, the one before. And now I'm finally, like, in about a week, I'll be at a point where I'm doing just Sunday videos and like a little extra, nothing crazy. And by then, and at that point, it'll be things will be good. I actually kind of like that it's taken as long. I'll tell you why in a sec. I kind of like that it's taken so long to get the main vlogs out, because it feels like a multi-part mini-series that, like, by the time we do the next thing that's vloggable, we'll have just put up the final part of the last one. like that's which I think is another thing we'll probably mention at the end. What's coming up?
I mean, we could mention it now.
Or
I could transition into this. So, like, another part of like what we've been doing, a big part of like why I'm not homeless right now is because we started a Patreon back in February, and it saw a great response right away. The problem is I don't know what to do with it. Like I feel like such a fucking scumbag sometimes, because it's like, thanks for contributing to Patreon. I got nothing to offer you. I'm sorry. So, like, every now and then I try to jump in and do like a Patreon only stream. And actually, like, the last two podcasts that we did were Patreon podcasts. But we just couldn't keep up with podcasts, so it's like, also we did the bad movie nights with Chad. We fused our Patreons.
And those were great.
And hung out with people who contribute and watched bad movies, bad Neil Breen movies, like Double Down.
Double Down was the best. Double Down was so great. Like I had been looking forward to seeing the other one, Fateful Findings.
Fateful Findings, yeah.
But Double Down was the real gem.
I think Fateful Double Down had more of a story than Fateful
Almost
Findings.
All of it told in voiceover.
Yeah, some lines are even told in voiceover. It was kind of more of like a noir detective story almost, except with Neil Breen, secret agent.
Right.
The most handsome, intelligent, good spy there was.
He did a lot of things at court. I can't even remember all the things.
He did a lot. He had so many computers.
Oh, so many satellites. He had multiple satellites.
Yeah,
just in his trunk.
Yeah, just hanging off the trunk of his car, and you have to watch it. If there's anything to take away from this podcast, it's watch Fateful Findings and Double Down. So that kind of brings me to an idea that we're gonna do later on, like closer to the end of the podcast. I'm gonna bring in some people that contribute through Patreon, and they can ask us questions directly. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea, because actually, I saw a question on Twitter, because I'm looking at questions on Twitter, and it actually is a good time to bring that one up, because I saw, from RCJ Queenie. She said, oh wait, no, hold on. That's not the one. Sorry, RCJ Queenie, different. Oh, you know what? It actually is from RCJ Queenie. She says, large audience with no financial troubles or small audience with close community. And that's something that I kind of been struggling with, and it's really hard to have the closeness that we had that when we were smaller. You know, like
Right.
we were really good about like keeping up with everybody who was watching. You know, it was easy to be more attentive to the comment section while we were streaming.
Yes.
Social media was easier. And we're like in the middle now where it's we still have financial trouble, but we're also becoming more distanced from our audience.
Yeah.
It's a rough place. This where are we? 44 6 something? I don't know. 44 something is where we're at right now.
That's about right. We're nearing 45 as far as I know.
Yeah. Which I think we were at like 33 on the last podcast. It's crazy. Things took off.
Things took off, and then they slowed down for a bit, and then we had a really good few days when I first started with Sunday.
Yeah.
We went up like 2,000 subs in a day or two.
So, and that's kind of like that. Like I really want to get back to the part where we're like more involved with the community that we built, which is kind of like why I want to do this, and you know, actually get people in and talk to them, because it's something that like I've avoided for a long time because I don't like talking to new people. I have social anxiety.
Oh yeah, me too.
I never talk about it, but I do. Weird that you know, I've got my face on the internet and we tell dick jokes every single day on a live stream to like thousands of people. But if you're like, like Chad will be like, hey, you should talk to so and so. Just hit him up on Twitter. I'm like, no, no, that's I don't want to do that. But you know, I think it's important to get past that point and just try to be better at that kind of stuff, because it is important. It's definitely important to me.
It is. It's just we're doing fine though. Like you know, we can be better about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we're pretty bad about it. It's like a day-to-day thing. Sometimes we're really good at it. Sometimes it's just the fucking worst.
Yeah.
and some things don't set us up real great for that. Like sometimes there's just like way too much snakebot in chat, you know? Like right. I look over and I'm like, you know, I'm just going to see what the chat's up to and see if I can give somebody some shout outs, or, you know, see if there's a comment out there I can bring up. And it's just like comment deleted, snakebot auto response about this. Yeah. Snakebot, some other guy, snakebot. And then somebody's like, the cheese wasn't good. And I'm like, I can't do anything with that. Yeah, I mean, I guess my point is less snakebot. That'd be great.
Yeah.
If I could just get rid of snakebot without anybody noticing.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah.
The balloons.
Oh my god, the balloons. Oh my god. You know, I have the power to wipe everyone's doubloons. I have that power, and I look at it every day, and I'm like, how nice would it be if nobody had any doubloons? People would be so mad. They'd be so mad, especially Ruben Peters. He's a millionaire. But anyways,
high roller.
Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I especially want to like find a way to you know, to do more with Patreon, because there's people there that, you know, they pay my fucking bills. Is what they do. They make it possible for me to be able to do this. Otherwise, we'd be like, it wasn't that long ago we were doing Sunday and Friday, and that's it. Those were our stream days, and that's because that's all we could do.
Wow.
We were too busy. It wasn't that long ago. Maybe like a year and a half. Let's say that.
Yeah, shit, you're right. I do remember that was like a thing. And then for a while we were going to try and fill in with edited videos.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Didn't really work out. No time.
Yeah. But it really wasn't that long ago, and then and Patreon's the reason that that it's not like that now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to find a way to make them feel more appreciated for it, because it literally means everything to me, and I want it to progress. I want us to keep growing and keep progressing. And to answer the question, large audience with no financial troubles or small audience with a closed community, I mean, it's every channel wants to get bigger, but every channel also wants that close community as well, and you just kind of have to sacrifice one for the other. And at some point, it becomes important to have to reduce your financial problems.
Yeah. And luckily, we do have things like the Discord. We have, and like. And a number of names that we just know. Like, yeah. Always be like, it's not like one day it's gonna be like we're out somewhere and it's just like, oh, hey, I'm look at the Battle Axe Jack. That's me. And I'll be like, who? Never heard of you. Yeah. We're too big time. It's like, no. Like, there's quite a few people we just know. Come back when you have money.
And I've got a thing in front of me, and I know there was a comment that correlated with it. Enigma Champ. He said, "Danger. When is Lorenzo coming back, or is he dead?"
I want to know this.
So back when I was doing like 2, sometimes 3 streams a day, I was also recording footage. And I do it as a Patreon stream. And I have right in front of me February 7th, 2017.
Oh my god. That's coming up on the 6-month anniversary.
The Sims 3 where Lorenzo gets a robot girlfriend. And a lot of new people here probably have no idea who Lorenzo is. You have to go back and there's only 2 of them. The 2 Sims 3 videos that I made, The Adventures of Lorenzo, where I made this guy named Lorenzo Benjamin. And
I love him.
Yeah, everybody loved him. And even that girl I dated loved Lorenzo. The girl I dated that wanted me to quit YouTube and thought video games were stupid. We were not a good match.
It's not a good pairing. Well, and there were 2 so far?
2 there were 2. Posted? Yeah.
All right.
And I left this window up because I fully intend on doing this in the next couple days.
Good, because I loved Lorenzo. I feel like if you were able to somehow do a Lorenzo like at least once a month or once a week, it would take off and people would love it. Because it's most of it. My favorite part of it is just when he's just walking around and you just hear you go like, Jesus Christ. Just commenting on his
if I remember right, this episode will be almost entirely me saying, Jesus Christ, Lorenzo. It'll just be a montage of me saying, Jesus Christ, Lorenzo.
So the best episode ever. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, he gets a hoverboard, like a hover skateboard. He goes to the future. Mm-hmm. All kinds of things happen. It's crazy.
I'm excited.
So I'm actually excited about that too. It's something I've been thinking about is, I started making videos like that because, videos, unlike streams, they tend to reach out to new people.
Right.
That's what happened with My Summer Car. It happened with Lorenzo. A couple other things that didn't happen so much with. They're just more easily digestible and stuff like that. So it's good for reaching out to new audiences. And then I feel like streams are good for keeping those audiences. So my plan is I want to make one good video a week. Whether, and I'm thinking maybe throw a vlog in there every now and then. I don't have much to vlog in my life because I'm a shut-in.
I'm telling you, just record for a few days and stretch it out over a year.
Of me being a shut-in.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I'd watch
Yeah,
that.
you know, it works. So, honestly, we got some stuff coming up soon that you could stretch that out for a while if you wanted.
Yeah, but that's my plan, because like I think that I stopped with the edited videos because my time was better spent being put into streaming at the time, and it takes so long to edit a video, like a good video, like a like one that we would make for ourselves. It takes a long time, and it just wasn't. It just, in many cases, it just wasn't paying off. Like you'd spend a week working on a video, and then it'd get like a third of the views that a stream would get, and it's like, what are we doing? But the thing is, I don't want to stream for the rest of my life. Like, I love streaming, but I don't want it to be the only thing that I do.
Right.
You know, it's really depressing to think about it. I started watching this channel that's all about sailing, and it's this couple. It's called Sailing La Vagabond, and I'm actually binge watching their channel right now. Right now I think they're up to 111 episodes, and they're really well done, like kind of documentary style vlogs about their adventures sailing around the world. And they literally sail around the world. When I started watching them, I think they were in the Mediterranean Sea, and I'm just at a point like 2 years later where they just transited the Panama Canal, and they're they're leaving the Galapagos Islands. I'm on like episode 55, and I'm like, man, it'd be great if one day I could afford a boat and just go sailing. And I'm like, yeah, but I couldn't stream on the ocean. And I'm like, fuck, I have to stream forever, don't I? I can't go on the ocean. I can't sail and be free.
Well, you know what? That's no way to look at it. Look at how you could work sailing into it.
I know. Yeah.
You know, because I think
it's just that at the rate things are at right now, if I don't stream every single day, I'm fucking done for, man. I'm done.
Yeah.
Game over, man.
Game over.
And it's really easy to get depressed like that, which is kind of where I'm at these days. I mean, it's probably the greatest job in the world to play video games for a living, but the lifestyle itself, it takes a toll on you, man.
It does.
Yeah, you feel trapped. It makes you regret playing video games. It's like, this isn't a marketable skill. What am I doing? Oh, man. And, you know what? Segue. Okay. Enigma Champ says, Russ, when is the next part of the main trip vlog?
Soon, hopefully. Again, it's all a matter of whether or not I have time. And anytime I think, all right, like, there's a point where it's like, all right, 2 weeks from now, I'll have this done. I'll be able to start it. And then every time I've had that happen, something else has come up, and it's been like, God. But again, assuming nothing else comes up after this coming week, my obligations to other jobs that are not Sunday drastically drop off, because I didn't want to just leave, my last job in a day, just so that should help, and I should get some time to do it. But I do want to get it done before next month. One, to commemorate our 1 year anniversary of going on the trip, but also two, ago. Is because we got a big thing going on next month.
What did we do?
Assuming it all happens.
Yeah.
We've been talking about, now anybody who follows our channel,
our meanderings,
watches our streams,
somebody must.
They might be aware of National Cheeseburger Day.
Oh my God, yes.
And September 17th. And, true to his nature, tragic, just started saying, "Oh, okay, so when are we all getting? So we're getting together then, right? So when should I come up?" We're like, wait, whoa, we didn't say if we were available yet.
You gotta say, he's really good at rolling that ball.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, well, now I'm looking at flights. So now do you need me to pick you up? Like, well, I guess we're doing this.
I'm getting my hotel room. You know, I don't actually have any of the information. I don't know what I'm doing. I do know that that Busa apparently says that he's going to come. And it's been suggested that Busa might be my ride.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, that's not too bad, because if it takes me 4 hours to get to you, for him that should be like 3.
Busa, how do you want to add 8 hours to your trip?
6. Oh, wait a minute. 2
Only
trips.
6.
12.
Yeah.
No, I that would be pretty cool if that works out.
Yeah.
And there's also talk. To be fair, one thing that could work out, because they were invited, but whether or not they'd be able to go, we did it. Team Geo was invited.
That's true. Yeah.
Whether or not they'll make it, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, at least Boost is going, so that'll help. The original plan, I thought, was that Tragic was going to drive up here, go past Jersey, go pick you up, and come back.
Yeah.
That's what he made it sound like for the longest time.
Yeah, well, I mean, he asked on Facebook if that was still the plan.
Yeah, and you know what? I guess it is.
Well, I brought up Busa, and Tragic almost seemed disappointed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he just replied with an okay, period. He put a period after the okay.
He's saying this was supposed to be his big day, and Busa's stealing his thunder.
Yeah, I think so. I think he wanted to be on the road for 30 hours.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I think he was really looking forward to driving you, but that's, you know what? It's okay. No, you know what? To be fair, he's flying in. I mean, unless he's renting a car.
Oh, he's flying? Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what he made it sound like.
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm very happy the Tragic's coming up. He was a lot of fun the last time he came up for a little while.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. We'll get the whole gang together. We'll go see James Esposito at his pizza place and get a cheeseburger pizza.
As you do on National Cheeseburger Day.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do other stuff, but you know.
We'll go to other places and get cheeseburger pizzas. I've got a lot of questions here pertaining to games that people ask us if we're going to play again, and they come up very often. So I'm just going to start listing them.
Let's roll through them.
Okay, let's see. Payday.
Wait, did you want to answer each game?
Dead by Daylight.
We just played Dead by Daylight recently.
There's apparently a new character. Farming sim. Tabletop sim. Oh, and SSJ Debron really wants to play Xenoverse too.
You know what the hard part is with Xenoverse is that it's the way that the number of players who can play together works is so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. Where
you have to have exactly 3, right?
Well, you have to have exactly 3 to do the campaign, but if you want to do the versus mode, you have to have an even number, so either 2 or 4. But so if you have 3 people streaming together, it's basically like you're doing one or the other. But so like if you want to this happened back when I was playing with Hike and Bren
and me
and you, like where we were like, well, we want to do the story mode. Oh, well, one of us isn't going to be able to play it. You know, it's stupid how they did that, but yeah, it'll happen. It was fun. Like I'd have to go through the tutorial again because the fighting was so complicated. But
yeah, you know what I find the most complicated is just figuring out how to make a game start.
Yeah, we had some issues. We had a lot of issues actually,
because I jumped back in just to like get my bearings back again, and I was like, I jumped in, and I'm running around the town, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with any of this. So I ended up just floating around on my little scooter, my little floaty scooter, and jumping off cliffs and following people around, beeping at them with my scooter.
Oh. that sounds fun.
It was okay.
Should we now, real quick, before you read more of these games, should we? I feel like we should briefly address each one because, like Payday, I think we will play again. We just like to take long breaks from it to let new stuff build up.
Yeah,
like to get new heists.
Plus, it doesn't bring in a lot of new viewers, so it's hard to justify. It's fun, and people enjoy watching it, but not many people do.
Right.
Which is the case for a lot of games, actually. But like we really, really, really have to be in the mood to play a game like that to justify it. Because otherwise, it's like, why don't we just play GTA for the rest of our lives?
Yeah. And what was brought up after? Oh, and also, you know what might get us back to that is the VR version's coming up soon, where you can play together. Like people who are in VR and people who aren't can play together. Right. I might try that just to. It'll be fun to try.
Payday?
So I can use my. Yeah. Oh. It's coming out as a free update. I think they said at the end of the year, something like that, or late this year. So really? Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Farming Sim. Farming Sim. We'll get back to it.
Yeah,
I think we played so much of it, especially me, in a short period of time.
Yeah,
that I got a little burnt out on it.
What about the 100 episode Minecraft series?
I was actually talking today to Christine about that because I've been editing so much Minecraft lately.
Oh yeah.
Not just for Sunday, but like even the weeks before, I was editing like almost all Minecraft videos, and now I'm actually at a point where I'm like, I kind of want to play Minecraft. Like I've never been there before. Like I've never wanted to play it. Like now I think about it all the time because it's constantly on my screen.
Yeah.
So I want to do it. I want to do it sometime soon.
I feel like now is a good time to start a new segment where we have people ask us a question, and I have one people that's ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. It's John from Discord. John Christie from Discord.
You mean Channing Tatum?
He's muted now. He might not even be here, but well, maybe he'll wake up in due time. I do have a question from him. Maybe I could just move like we could pretend that he's talking.
John, you're on the air. Hello. All right, caller. We'll have to get back to you.
Yeah, I don't think his microphone's working.
Yeah, he has a check mark thing next to his name. I don't know who does, but all right, he'll be back maybe.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask a different one?
I think he restarted Discord because he just disappeared. Okay. Here's one that kind of took me by surprise.
Okay.
Arbitrary goal, also known as causology.
Oh, hey.
Says, when are you guys going to dress up like your GTA characters? That was 50,000 subs, and it's coming up. I don't remember that at all. Is that a thing?
I feel like that might have been something we would have said during the 10-hour stream as a goof.
Was it during the 10-hour stream?
I mean, that's my guess. I
mean, he would know.
Yeah, send us if you know where it is. Like, send the episode or the video where we said it, and then the time code if you can. So I'll do it at 50,000. I mean, all I need is like a hat or a helmet.
I got a lot of tattoos I gotta get. Is John Christie's mic working now? No, it's not.
Caller.
Well, this was fun.
No, the danger. By the way, what you would have to do, all you'd have to do is dye your beard, like
teal,
turquoise, teal. Okay,
turquoise probably. Yeah.
Yeah, dye it like that. Put on eyeliner and then like the the eye makeup.
Yeah.
And then put your hair back to, cut it back into the mohawk and then color that.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not actually too bad.
A lot. I actually didn't even say anything about it. Remember how I used to have long hair?
Yeah.
I cut my hair like weeks ago. I'm showing it on the stream. I just chopped it off.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds like John Christie from Discord.
Hello?
Hello.
You're on the air.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, finally. I just had to unplug my headset and plug it back in.
Yeah, I know how that works.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
this is Mr. John Christie.
Yep.
Is really Channing Tatum.
Really Channing Tatum.
Why are you Channing Tatum? That's my first
Uh,
question.
So it was kind of a joke between Jessica Howe and Adio Salik, because they were talking about how Jessica was talking about how much she likes Channing Tatum, and then I just the smart ass I am, yeah, I said I'm Channing Tatum, and it just roared with that.
And now you're
and
stuck
now-
with it.
It's been probably 3 months by now. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I
Should
feel
be
like it
able to
was
change it by now.
I feel like it was the beginning of April.
I thought it was like the middle to the end of April. I don't really
Maybe.
remember.
Close enough. What's your question? What question do you have for us?
Okay, so I've always asked this a lot, but are you guys gonna come to PAX West?
West? Ah,
Yeah.
Is that Prime? That's Prime, right? The one that's just in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever will because I'm just poor.
Well, this year, no. This year, I feel like is out, especially because our any travel budget we have this year is being spent on National Cheeseburger Day. But
Which for me is the price of the cheeseburgers.
I wouldn't rule out going there in the future, like depending on where the channel is and if it's making enough by this time next year or the year after, or if somebody's like, hey, you guys should come out here, we'll pay for your tickets. We'd be like, yay. But so not this year, but I would love to do it again. It was fun. It was actually, I had more fun at PAX back in, when did I go, 2015, than I had at E3. So I would love to go.
Yeah.
Since I'm just
I want to go to all of them. It's just money.
Well, true, yeah.
Money's the
'Cause
issue.
you're out in that area, right?
yeah,
John?
that's right. I would love to like do like a meetup, have some of the other people that watch just come down there. Just
Oh,
like
it would be
meet up,
awesome.
hang out.
You can
I feel
still
like that'd
do
be really
that.
cool.
Actually, that'd be really cool if like just if you could get like a selfie shot with everybody that showed up.
I would
That
love
would be
that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. I man, I like that's the reason why I'd love to do stuff like that. Like I don't know how many people actually get to go out to stuff like that. I know I've never been to a con of any kind. Not that I can remember anyways. I remember one time when I was in the army, some girl wanted me to go to Dragon Con, which is in Atlanta. I'd never heard of it, and like she was going that day, so like I didn't have time to prepare for it.
Aw.
That could have been an experience. She was weird.
What is Dragon Con? Is that what is that for?
I think it's just like it's just a nerd convention. It's like, like Dungeons and Dragons comics. I think it has to do with like a lot of tabletop gaming, maybe. I'm probably talking out of my ass, but a lot of people that go to it, they cosplay as like like World of Warcraft looking characters, like that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, it would have been fun.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll get to go in the future sometime.
Yeah.
But
one day.
All right. Well, thank you, John, for your question, being the first ever person that we've had on the podcast with us.
Sweet. I was the first.
You're the first and maybe
bragging
the
rights.
only for now.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you want to plug before we force you to go away?
Oh man. Oh shit. I don't know. I'm like, oh man, I'm writer's block right now.
You want to plug Channing Tatum's new movie?
Does he have a new
does
movie?
have a new movie. Yeah, he does.
He
It's coming
does?
out in like a month. It's like a heist movie from Steven Soderbergh. Can't remember the name.
I have no clue.
Go see that heist movie, everyone.
Yeah.
Go see Channing
Conquest.
Tatum's heist movie.
It's very important. It's important to Channing
Looking
Tatum
Lucky,
that y'all
that's the name of the movie. Christine letting me know from the other room. Looking like
looking
Logan
lucky.
Lucky.
Logan
Logan
Lucky.
There we go.
It sounds like the best heist movie that ever existed.
It actually looks really good.
Okay, bye, John.
See you guys.
Good job.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, as far as other people who might want to get on, we might have other people who have questions if they want to get on. If they happen to be Patreons, you would know better, or patrons, you would know better than I.
I guess. Well, I laid it out on Patreon, but I know a lot. Here's the thing: it's supposed to automatically make people give people the patron Discord rank. It's supposed to do that automatically if you connect your Discord to Patreon, but it doesn't always work.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people. Oh yeah, Benton Gifford right in the chat. He says, "Danger, give me the upgrade." Okay.
Yeah.
I'll because I see Benton Gifford is in the regular lobby, so I'm going to. Oh, he was there. I'll give it to him if I see him pop up again.
Okay. What other questions do we have, at least from Twitter?
Hold on, give me just a second. I'm just doing a thing. I was hoping that I wouldn't be doing this during the stream, but I understand. Okay, there we go. I changed up. Questions, huh? Let's see. I've got a picture of a dog. That's not a question, though.
I mean, is it a cute dog?
Yeah, it looks like Snoop Dogg almost. It looks high.
Okay. Well, thank you, whoever sent that.
Vicky, also known as Moto Brado, he wants to know, if you have free time, what game would you turn on and play? I can actually answer that because, I try, like, I'll go and I'll play a game just to see if I can, if there's a way I can stream it. A lot of times I don't really see a way. Like, what I've been playing lately is Mount and Blade Warband, Viking Conquest. Yeah, I love that game. It's great. It's a great time killer too. It's just like it's a slow build, and there's no real end to the game unless you conquer everybody and become the king, I guess.
Oh wow, you should totally do that.
Well, how much time do I got? Who wants to see a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week stream of me playing Mount and Blade Warband Viking Conquest? That game was made in like 2008, I think. Mount and Blade Warband. If you don't know what it is, basically what it is, it's this game that takes place during like Dark Ages, like Middle Ages, and you get to build up an army and command it. And then you meet other armies on the battlefield, and you control a character. So like you build up your own stats and all stuff like that, but you also can have like hundreds of other people with you. So like the biggest army I ever had was like 300 people. And if you just turn that slider up, they'll all be on the field. There's like recommended limits that they allow. Like right now I've got it set to like 300 max, so there'll be like 150 of mine and 150 of the other ones, and then the rest come in as backup. But like you command the army, like you can set them up in like formations and stuff, and decide to play like strategic or go on the offensive. And you can take castles and cities and stuff. Like when you siege a castle, there's a possibility that it might become yours if you've like, because like you have to be a vassal to a king, and like if the king likes you enough, he might confer like some land onto you if you take it. Mm-hmm. Or if he really likes you, he'll just give it to you even if somebody else takes it. Just like, I want this guy to have everything. But it's great. It's great fun. It's just like I couldn't see myself streaming it though. But there are, it has a lot of those moments that like My Summer Car has, where it's like, I have everything, and then something terrible happens. I misjudge the situation, and I get completely obliterated, and I have nothing left.
Oh, those are the best kind.
Yeah. Are you caught up with My Summer Car?
Not really, but like I know the gist of things that happen.
Yeah.
I didn't see the last one, so no, I don't know the most. But did anything?
The last one's not as interesting. That was just me putting the car back together.
I did see the one where you rolled the car really badly, which was great.
It really feels like you wrecked a car when you roll a car in that game.
Well, it's is I've been in my life, I've been in 2 car accidents. One was pretty serious, right? And that is how that's how it is. Like it was almost like creepy to watch, because it was like, you're talking about whatever, everything's fine. 2 seconds later, you're rolling and dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, that's what it's like. There's no big buildup. It just happens.
Yeah, the car rolled so hard that it like, I remember watching the hood fly off. the hood just went flying up in the air. Oh my God. And yeah, oh my God. I mean, I'm not going to give away too many spoilers, but I'm really happy the way my summer car is going. That game is probably the most rewarding game that I've played on a stream ever. Like, as far as like the experiences it gives you. You know what I hate,
really
though?
good.
Is people that come in and tell me how to play it.
Who, like, angrily, like, you noob, you're
No.
not supposed to do this, you gotta do that.
Well, here's something that happened a few weeks ago. There's a new update that hadn't come out yet. It was in the testing server.
Mm-hmm.
So people were already making videos on it, which means that everybody knows it now. But apparently there's this guy wandering around, and he'll lead you to like $1 million or something.
Okay.
So with this kind of stuff, I try to remain a little bit ignorant, because, I mean, what kind of fun would it be if I was just like, hey guys, what's up? Typical Danger here. I'm going to go find $1 million. And then I just go do it. And I'm just like, hey, there's $1 million. I found it because I already knew it was there. Or I'm just organically playing the game, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy just walking around?
Right. You like to discover things for yourself.
I don't see anybody else walking around. And then I just follow him for a while, and then I find $1 million.
Yeah.
Like,
That'd be...
in that moment, in that very real moment where I'm like, I have $1 million. I followed a guy to $1 million.
I wonder what the reasoning is why they have that guy in there. Like, what his motivations are to give you $1 million.
I don't know. Well, his reason for being in there is that they wanted to. He was a test. They wanted to see if they could have roaming NPCs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's just this drunk guy that walks around, and it's like, and I'm just like reading through comments, like I'm trying to do more of these days, and I see one guy and he's like, hey, Danger, did you know that if you go find the guy that's walking around, he'll give you $1 million? And I'm like, well, now I do. Thanks for ruining that.
Now you know.
Yeah, I know now. And now I'll never do that because you just told me everything about it. Like, it's spoiling. It's spoiling. It's a spoiler. You spoiled the game. It's just like, hey, did you know that Darth Vader is Luke's father? Oh, what do you mean you're at the beginning of the movie? Sorry, I'll come back when the movie's over.
Yeah.
And the other thing is people that tell me how to cheat the game. I hate it when people tell me how to cheat the game because I don't want to cheat the game. So my car is wrecked, and if I wanted it to not be wrecked, what I could do is I could delete the car mesh save from the game. Mm-hmm. And it'll go back to being pristine and perfect.
Yeah.
But that does nothing for me, because what I'm going to have to do instead of cheat is actually go to Flitari, pay him an exorbitant amount of money to bang the dents out of my car. And then when I come to pick up the car, something's going to fall off of it. Because he just breaks things now. Like, really? Something's going to be broken, and then I'm going to have a whole thing going on because of that. Like, that thing doesn't happen when I cheat, because I didn't run into the possibility of that being a thing that happens.
Right.
So, I mean, that one I dislike less. It's just like, I think it's weird that people think that it'd be entertaining if I cheated the game.
Well, I prefer you keep doing it the way you're doing it. It's a shame you even know about that now.
Yeah, I mean, that one's easy to avoid. It's just like, I see it in the chat all the time. It's just like, why do you want me to cheat? I'm playing the game here. Give me a fucking break. I'm not gonna cheat. I mean, there's plenty of times where I do cheat, but that's just so that, I'm ready. I usually do it like in preparation for a stream. Like I'm like, okay, this is what I intend to do for the stream. And then I realize that for no reason whatsoever, a head gasket blew and my car is just not going to run. And and I'll just fix that through the editor because it's like, that was bullshit and I don't need that to be a thing, some unexplainable thing that makes it so that the game isn't playable. I'm gonna drag somebody else in here. Somebody by the name of Benton Gifford, who is here right now. Hopefully,
caller, what's your question?
Hopefully he has a microphone and he's using it.
And not listening to the stream for when he goes on, but listening to us in Discord because of the delay.
I mean, I'll give it a couple minutes.
How many minutes do you want to give it?
There it is.
5 minutes.
Ah,
Come back in 5 minutes. Hello, it's Benton Gifford from Benton Gifford fame. What?
Yeah.
Why is your name Benton Gifford?
Well, because I am the third generation of Benton Giffords.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a name where it would be like the third.
Yeah, Benton.
You're a
Gene
third?
Gifford the third.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never met anybody who was a third.
Yeah.
This is a first for me.
No, you have.
Wow. So, what is your question that you want to give to us to answer?
Well, I kind of guess Russell answered it a while ago with the Minecraft stuff.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
I remember a while back, it might have been one of your vlogs. I said something about doing Minecraft, and you're like, yeah, no.
Well, I mean, but then since then we've come up with the whole 100 episode Minecraft series we've yet to start.
I've also been thinking about getting some people in to the server as well.
Yeah, sure.
Because I've got
I'm
20
totally
slots
for it.
available.
Like, I'm all for playing it 100 times and then never playing it again. I really think that's the most important part.
Is that we stop at 100.
Yeah, literally, like, we're done. I mean, unless there's another 100 episode Minecraft series, but
that would be a
that's down
different
the line.
series, though.
We've only been commissioned for 100 episodes.
Oh man, but yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I would totally join you guys. I'm trying to work on building a PC. I've got the case, but I'm just waiting, for
the most important part.
Money.
Oh yeah,
Can't just
money's
leave a bunch of parts connected on the desk.
Actually, I had a computer like that once.
No, I know you can, but you shouldn't.
I wood screwed it to a piece of pine wood.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I did it in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I did it.
It was really cool. It was well, I took a lot of computer classes in high school, and because I was really cool.
See, I band in high school because
you were also cool.
Oh yeah.
But
See,
I was in the drum line, so I was really.
Oh yeah, never mind. You actually were.
Girls love guys that are in bands.
The drum line? Come on. Ever since that movie Drumline. People can't stop talking about the drum line.
Was that before or after Drumline the movie?
Yeah.
It was after.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, I graduated
right.
in 2014, but I hate that movie so much.
Did it have
Really?
anything? Did it influence you in any way to join the Drumline, or did you just want to play drums?
Well, I went to church with a few of the guys that were in the high school drumline when I was in like middle school, and I got to know them really well. And I reffed a game of baseball with them at a football game because they were playing with a sock and their drum because it was the bass players, and so they were playing with their mallets.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they're using for a baseball bat.
What? Everything you just said sounds fucking insane. Are you okay? Are you having a stroke? So they're playing baseball with mallets. I think they call that
Yes.
Polo.
Polo, yeah.
It's cricket.
Yeah.
Cricket. Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna say cricket, but I think polo is more accurate. Or
polo.
what's that one game where you hit the balls through the grass with the mallet, and then you have to get them through the hoops?
Croquet. Croquet.
Croquet, yes. Crochet is something that you do with knitting needles and yarn.
Yes, my mom does that.
I should learn to crochet. Thanks for sharing that insane story with us.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Do you have anything you want to plug? Maybe Channing Tatum's new movie?
Sure. I don't know.
Logan Lucky in theaters next month.
Yep,
Or maybe later this month. I don't remember.
check it out.
Yeah, everybody check out Logan Lucky, Channing Tatum's new movie. All right, see you later, Mang.
All right, see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That,
Really, all joking aside, the movie looks great.
Does it? I have to see the thing. Hey, what was that one movie where it was like a period piece in the 70s, and they're all in a warehouse shooting at each other over a gun deal?
Free Fire.
It was called Free Fire?
I think so. Yeah, it played festivals this year.
Really?
Pretty sure it was called Free Fire.
Is it in a
but yeah, the
place
whole
where I
movie
can
is-
watch it yet?
Maybe, actually. I think it might have been put on demand, or it's going to be soon.
Because
Where
that movie looked great.
Yeah, the whole movie is one extended shootout.
Yeah, and like almost nobody dies the entire time, it looks like. Actually, I wonder if
I'm
if
sure they
nobody
wouldn't say
dies in that movie. That'd be hilarious because people keep on like getting shot in the ass, and like you see people that are just like riddled with holes, but they're still going. Like,
I'm sure there must be somebody who dies in the movie.
I just think it'd be really funny if nobody did. Like they're shooting each other for an hour and 45 minutes, and then at the end they all walk away. That one looked really good though. I really want to check that out. I think about it a lot. I just don't remember ever what it was called. I remember the trailer was great.
Yeah, it did look good.
Oh, Enigma Champ wants to know what our favorite Rick and Morty episode is. God, I don't know.
Mine is probably the "Show Me What You Got" episode.
Yeah, the heads in the sky.
Yeah.
That's
The big
pretty
head
good.
people. I love
That's
that one.
when you got me involved in Rick and Morty.
Oh, is that when we were like, you gotta watch this show?
Yeah, you sent me a link
me
to
what you got.
to get Swifty,
Yeah. The song. Which
and I was like, "This is hilarious."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Fine, I'll watch it." And then I started from season 1. I had a whole season and a half to catch up on. Those were good times.
Yeah, now you gotta wait like the rest of us.
Well, actually, what?
What?
The new one was this Sunday, right? So
This past Sunday, yeah.
So new one's out tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So new Rick and Morty tomorrow.
How exciting.
When this audio podcast goes up.
Yay, who knows what'll happen. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I do, because it's the Pickle Rick episode.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
How do
That's
you-
the title of the episode is Pickle Rick.
Oh. I was wondering how you knew what happened in the episode. I'm like, what? Are you from the future?
Yes.
Russ is
Pickle
from the
Rick.
future. Yeah. Well, it's I'm glad we're doing this again. It feels good.
Yeah, me too.
I really, oh God, I shouldn't be leaning back right now. That was a dumb idea. I'll never get back up again. I've straight up run out of questions. Well, I haven't, but
Real quick, before we end, before you were listing games that we don't play
Siege.
anymore. Were there any more?
Siege.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that one.
We've
we
been
will get
meaning to
at
play
some
that
point.
for a while. Actually, I posted on Discord that we should do
Yeah.
very soon a round of Siege with us, Chad, Trauma, and Shales as the natives caller. Because I think that'd be really fun.
We'll definitely do that. And then we got. Is there any other ones that they mentioned? Because there's so many.
God.
That's why I feel like we may miss some.
Tabletop sim.
Oh yeah, tabletop.
Yeah. John Christie wants to know if there's any upcoming games that we're excited about. I really don't know. Like a lot of the games that I was really excited about, I'm already playing. Like Worlds Adrift and Escape from Tarkov. Even though Tarkov's kind of a shit show right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not that I can think of, but stuff. A lot of stuff lately sort of sneaks up on you, like because there's so many indie games that are worth playing.
True. Yeah. Star Citizen. Version 3.0.
That's later this month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be coming out. It's going to release right after Gamescom. Gamescom, they're going to be teasing it for the whole Gamescom. So I think like the August 24th, maybe.
I can't wait. That's going to be great.
So that, oh my God, there is so much. Like, it's not even comparable to what the state of the game is now. Everything is different. There's going to be planetary landings now, procedurally generated planets. They're shooting for 5 to 10 star systems from launch.
Nice, nice.
A limited 5 to 10 star systems, which some people are bitching about. They're like, "That's not the game I was promised."
I
want to explore the universe, and understandable, but I'm perfectly happy with 5 to 10 planets.
Yeah. Plus, I assume
5 to 10 star systems.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm sure they're gonna add more.
Honestly, I thought that we were just gonna get Crusader. Like I thought they were just gonna add the moons.
Like the surrounding area where we already are.
Yeah, because that's all that they show right now. Like those are the test areas. So
right.
So there's like an ice planet, there's a desert planet, and then there's a moon planet. Oh, they're all moons, but there was just like the three basic types of planets that they're going to be rolling out right now. The easiest ones to do, the barren, rocky landscapes.
Yeah.
But oh my God, I couldn't even go into depth about this is gonna be. I mean, it could be a total shit show, but
it could be.
But I'm gonna give it a chance.
That's been understood for a while, I think.
Yeah,
like where it's like that it could always be a complete disaster, but we're hoping for the best.
But 3.0 is when it becomes a game. Like it becomes something that's actually playable. Like where it is now, it's fun to fly around in your ship, but there's not a whole lot to do. It's just there to keep people satisfied until there's something better coming out. You're going to be able to lock ships. Like you'll be able to lock the doors, but those doors, they can be unlocked, So they're not totally safe. It's just like it's a little harder to get in, unless you're like a door cracker, And the way that the insurance system is going to work is kind of interesting because, somebody steals your car in GTA, and like you have it respawned and like it kicks them out of the vehicle and then delivers you a new one, right?
Yeah.
It won't be like that in Star Citizen. So if somebody steals your ship, you either have to go track it down and get it back, or you have to file an insurance claim and pay the premium to have it replaced with a different ship. But that person will always have your ship until they blow it up or crash it, but it'll also make them fugitives. Well, in some star systems, right? So, if you call it in as I guess you'll have to call and report it stolen. If you report it stolen, they won't be able to land on certain systems.
Oh, that's good.
Because they'll be wanted criminals, but they will be able to go to like pirate controlled systems and land there. It's kind of interesting. It's
a good system. I like it.
Yeah, I'm really happy with all they plan to do. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, that'd be exciting.
And there's going to be like, they're actually putting NPCs in the system. And like everything's going to be integrated. So all the ArcCorp stuff is now going to be part of the universe, as well as the station and space and the ground, and all of it's just going to be tied together. So you're going to actually be able to fly to ArcCorp, which is that Blade Runner city that we like to go to sometimes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
That'll be fun.
And there'll be quest givers. There's going to be, I think they said like 12 base types of missions, but the parameters of them are procedurally generated, so it's different every time.
Cool.
But it also, like, if you take a mission, it's like, go to this part of space. It will also create a duplicate mission where it tells somebody else to go to the same part of that space to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So that it creates two parties going to the same place for different reasons. So that there's the potential for people fighting over whatever's there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I can't wait till that comes out. That's hopefully it doesn't get pushed back again, but it looks like it'll be good.
It fires all of my nerd juices is what it does. One thing, I don't know if I ever talked about it out loud or made a post about it. I know I must have mentioned it somewhere. But okay, so you know how we gathered up a crew for Worlds Adrift because we needed people on the cannons. It worked out great. Well, I want the same thing for Star Citizen. Like, I want a group of people that I can count on to be like some solid crewmates, like people that'll like watch after the ship when we have to go on a mission. They might fly the ship to where we need it to go, like, you know, to be crew, basically to be NPCs for us. I think it'd be really cool if we had somebody who was like a solid pilot, and it's just like, hey, take us here, and then they do that, and then we go off on an adventure, and they either park it or keep it in orbit or something.
I'd love to get a capital ship eventually.
Yeah, well, that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is like, if we have enough people, because here's the thing that people are going to run into when they start allowing people to have capital ships. Capital ships are giant ships, by the way. Like, the ones that would be available, they're like, one of them's like 800 meters long. It has like 13 manable turrets. That are just giant turrets that like would blow up the ship I have in one shot. And the problem that people are going to run into is people are just going to buy these ships. They'll be like, yeah, look at me, I got a capital ship, but they're not going to have anybody to pilot it with them. Right. It's going to require a team. Imagine if we had like 10 people that were just solid, you know, like they know how to like people that are like, I'm here to take orders, you know, that sort of thing. They knew what we were trying to accomplish, didn't run around and fuck off too much, as most people do in games when of course when you play with them. But you know, people that would just hang out on the ship and help us with the stream. We could be a force in the galaxy to be reckoned with. Yeah. If we had a capital ship and a crew to man it, oh my God, we could be feared. Yeah. Like we could warp into the middle of a battle and they're like, oh no, it's them. That's my dream. That as many nerd juices are flowing right now, even more nerd juices just got created in the process of thinking about having a capital ship with just a whole bunch of people on it. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that's a good place to leave off, don't you?
I'd say so.
We made it to the end. Applause!
Yay, your fortune cookie came true.
Oh, it did. Yeah. Oh, I've got another fortune. I opened a second. I opened one. I'm like, this would be funny to do on as an opening bit. But I already opened it, so I opened a second one. So Willie will go out on what the second fortune said. Okay. You should have a talk with your friend today.
Good. Oh man.
Lucky
Success.
numbers 44, 29, 9, 1, 7, 38.
Wow.
Well, thanks everybody for listening to the Snake Fist Explosion Video Game Podcast. We'll follow us on social media, Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and listen to it on iTunes, and then listen to it on Stitcher and on SoundCloud, and give it some kind of a rating, and subscribe on YouTube. do all those things. You give it a like or a star or a smiley face or a tomato or a bird, whatever gesture you feel is appropriate for the rating system of the platform in which you are listening to this through. Thanks everyone for listening. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye. Except not. Really.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So for those, if it's your first time listening to when we record the podcast, that's when the one that's going to be downloaded ends. But we're still here.
That was perfect timing because I think I just got a donation.
You did. I saw that.
From Tuna Hunter.
Oh, okay. Well,
It says, FYI, there are no bones in ice cream. Keep up the great streams. Thanks,
Yay.
man. Thanks, Tuna Hunter.
Thanks, man.
And Nightwolf Tech also. Yeah.
Super chat.
Look into a game called Elite Dangerous. Oh, yeah, we've played Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, we did, and I just remember, like, I feel like the travel is too frustrating. Like the whole getting fuel, like how I ran out of fuel and everything, like too easily. I don't know.
You get used to that. You didn't have a fuel scoop, is what the problem was. If you have a fuel scoop, it's a lot easier than that. I didn't. As a beginner, it's tough to grasp it. What I didn't like is just they were really slow to implement things that I felt were necessary for the game, like being able to get up and look around the inside of your ship, or it would just having a first person aspect of it to be to get off of your ship and go onto a space station. I know it was a big thing, a big thing to do, but I feel like it was important. And they always talked about it. They just never made it happen. And then and each new thing that they make is a new season, which is a $60 game. I think it's $30 now. I think they lowered it. But you have to basically buy the game over and over again each season to get the new content. And the Horizons content is the last one that I bought. And it's planetary landings, but it was atmosphereless moon landings.
Oh.
And then you could only drive around in a little car on the moon. So you couldn't get out of the ship. Well, you could get out of the ship, but only in the form of a little rover thing.
I gotcha.
There was a lot of stuff that I did like about that game, though. It's just it's at the time. Elite Dangerous was competing with Star Citizen. It's Elite Dangerous is already doing the thing that Star Citizen is promising it'll do 4 years from now. And now it's 4 years later. and Elite Dangerous is kind of doing the same thing still, but Star Citizen is actually there's just more polish to it. I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah, I agree. And real quick, I just wanted to answer because he was asking the whole time, Austin, hockey or whatever.
Yeah, Austin Hack.
He was saying, he was asking about Jalopy. I am not going to play it again until they put the uncle back in. They removed it.
Right.
And that kind of ruins the whole interaction part of the game. So I'm gonna wait until they put him back in because they said they will eventually.
Oh, and also I just wanted to before we ended this thing, just looking through, and we had some super chats while we were doing the podcast. Andrew Zavicki donated. He says, "Danger, Steak Pot is slack." Oh, that's from yesterday. John Christie was really chanting Tatum. That was 2 hours ago. Super chat. I don't know if I mentioned that one before we started or not. I think we did, didn't we? That was the one that we started.
I don't know, but now you did.
Jacob Turan donated. He says, "Hi SFU bros. When you all will do WWE and Rainbow Six. Hope you guys always do well and doing funny stuff as always. God bless y'all. Give my love to Christine, please. I'll leave that part to you, Russ.
Yeah.
I feel like that's appropriate.
And we answered
Rainbow Six, yeah.
Yeah, Rainbow Six, but WWE, like we could play the old one. The new one's coming out soon, but doesn't come out on PC till
and it costs
January
money.
or February. Yeah.
The old one just didn't work very well. Like the way that multiplayer worked, it was really
it worked
weird.
better than the one before that, at least. Like, it worked all right.
Jeez. Ben Gifford just donated. He says, "Hey guys, thanks for bringing me on. It was super awesome talking to you guys. 1 to 2. I see." And here's some of my federal load. Wink, wink. Remember that? The federal load.
Yeah. Federal.
You can make anything. The joke was you can make anything less fun by putting federal in front of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, what about blowing my load? And Russ was like,
federal load.
Your federal. Blow your federal load.
Like,
Nightwolf Tech donated as well. Battle Axe Jack super chatted. I mean, thank you very much, everybody, and thanks everybody for watching this. It's probably one of my favorite, most fulfilling things to do.
Yeah, and we should. It is great, and we should send everybody over Chad's way because he just started up.
Yeah, let's do that
a few minutes ago. I have the link, so I'll spam it. He's doing H1Z1 tonight. I don't know if you're going to join him, Danger. I got to get some work done tonight.
Yeah,
so,
I might.
I'm going to go do that.
Braxton Steinley's like, federal blowjobs? Oh, go buy some all-dressed chips, guys. Oh, man. Is that what it's for? All right, everybody go raid Chad. I'm going to eat this fortune cookie and then maybe join Chad.
Go raid him.
And
all right.
Thanks, everybody, for all the support and for watching. I love you guys. But in a not gay way.
In a federal way.
In a federal way. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.